I don't know too much. I'm going to tell you just a little bit of something, inshallah. I'm going to speak to you from my own experience. These are very good questions. There are a lot of questions. Some of them we may have spoken before. You may look. Some of them Shaban had spoken before. You may look. But let me say something a little bit. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, the best kind of knowledge is the knowledge that you experience. Now, if you ask me the question, tell me something about my faith, I may speak. And I'm going to let you know. First, I understood that my faith was in trouble. Because the faith is not just something in your heart. The faith is what the rest of the body does. Do you understand? Because the trick that they're playing with us is, don't worry your faith, you're good inside, but outside you can do whatever you want. But it doesn't matter as long as your inside is good. But your inside is going to show from the outside. What is in your heart is going to show in your face. And that heart, as the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, there is a piece of organ, a piece of meat in the man's body, and he holds his hand like that, and science has discovered that the heart is as big as your fist. When it is good, the rest of the body is good. When it is bad, the rest of the body is bad. Which means, if you have faith, your body, your actions, your activities, it will be good. But when it is bad, your activities are going to be bad. You cannot now say, my heart is good, but my activities are bad. Ego is going to tell you that. Don't worry, you have faith. But don't worry about doing this. Allah understands. You can run to do that. It's okay. Your heart is still good. You still believe. You can do this wrong action, wrong action, wrong action. And one day you're going to wake up and saying, what is it that I'm doing every day that is defining me as a Muslim? That is showing that I'm a believer. What is it? I'm doing as I please. I'm just letting my ego to do as I want. Is this what a believer is? When you lose your role model, then you're going to make yourself to be a role model. You're going to make an idol of yourself. And you're going to put it in your heart. And you're going to say, me, I am. First, you have to wake up and to say, my faith is not there. My faith, it is lacking. There is a saying. They say, be careful when you meet a friend of Allah, because he is going to take away your faith. The meaning is not that he's going to destroy your faith, but the meaning is that whatever faith you think you had, he's going to take it away, to replace it with a real faith. That is the meaning. Yeah. We thought we had some faith until we meet our Shaykh. That's what sent me all the way from there to here to start looking. Once you realize that your faith is lacking, you're praying, Allah will send you that one. Just same way that the people from the time of Adam alayhi salam, they're praying for Allah to send guidance, and Allah sent them a prophet. That the Bani Israel, they're very highly intelligent people. When they're in trouble, they're praying, asking Allah to send them a prophet. And if the prophet is not coming, asking Allah to send them a what? A king, a ruler. Meaning someone that you can submit to. If you are sincere, Allah will lead you to that one, will guide you to that one. How did my faith change? How did it become, I'm not going to say better, how did it become more sincere? Sincere means that I'm understanding what is going in and what is coming out. That is when I met my Shaykh, Sahibul Saif, Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Kabir Ya Rabbani. And I've never met someone like him before. And there will never be someone like him again. I met someone who had passion, someone who has faith, someone who believes and he lives the way that he believed. Someone who is not making a show, someone who does not take advantage of anyone, someone whose heart is so soft that he can cry. You know what he cries for? Forget about people or women or children or animals. His heart cried when a plant dies because of our neglect. But at the same time, he is so jalal, shaitans run away from him, and shaitanic people will run away from him. And he is in Usman. And he awoken that faith in me and making me to understand I'm not looking for my faith. I'm looking for his faith. I'm looking to the faith of the Sahabi Kiram. Meaning he's making my faith and my understanding not just to be about myself and my salvation to go to Jannah, but he's making it so huge, so wide, so beautiful. It's infinite, and he's making us to be active people. He's making Islam to be the most important thing in their lives and making us to become active in bringing back the haqq to this world. That you can never get from books. You have to be with someone. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, be with the Salihin. It is an order. He is a Salih, he is a Wali. He is a king and he is our ruler, dunya and akhirat. He is veiled, but he is here. He has passed, but he is very, very, very present with us. When does my faith decrease? When I'm with him? When I stop gazing at his face, looking at him, following him, and I decide to please the dunya or my ego or shaitan. Or to be around dunya people, shaitanic people or egoistic people. Or to keep company with my ego and not to keep company with people. When there's people, murids, those ones who are close to him or murids, mashallah, very quiet, not saying anything, not wanting to be with them, but to be with myself, with the ego, with shaitan, very busy, or with people like that, alive. You've seen people like that. They come here, they're very quiet. It looks like they're miserable. See? You're miserable, don't be here. You don't have to be here. Don't be here. Go anywhere you want. Every single one of you. And that's for me too. If you feel miserable here, don't stay. But you see them being very happy when it's not the Salihin. With Malayani, then the life comes out. Eyes are shining. We all experience that, you and me. We have to wake up in understanding what is coming from haqq and what is coming from batil, not to get confused. When you have a guide like that, you don't get confused. You don't. You may not like certain things or you may not understand certain things, but you don't get confused. Because Shafi'i doesn't allow for confusion to happen. May Allah raise his station and always put his feet on our necks. Wa min Allah tawfiq. Al-Fatiha.